Hey everyone, this is Mark with Apple Tech on Tweet. In this video, we're going to be checking out a camera from Wyze. This is the Wyze Cam Pan, and it only costs $30. So can it be any good? What does it do? And should you pick it up? We'll take a look at that right here in this video. So this is a pan, tilt, and zoom camera, or PTZ, which means that you can control the camera and see pretty much all angles remotely. The camera is not that big. It's just a little tall, but it's really skinny, and it's not going to take up much space. On the back, we have our speaker, because you can talk through it. We also have a USB port for who does what, I have no clue, and a micro USB port. The included power adapter is pretty small, but we also do get a nice long 6-foot flat cable, so you can deal with cable management pretty easily. On the bottom, we have a standard tripod thread mount, as well as a reset button and a micro SD card slot for continuous local recording. The app is pretty nice. On the homepage, we'll see all of our cameras. We can also go into notifications and select the date and time for our motion events, and we can also play back those events free from the cloud. It does record motion events to the cloud for free, which is pretty nice. We can click our camera to view it, and it will log us right in. And from there, we can pan and tilt the camera. We can change its position, and we can pretty much look all the way around using this app right here. If you are recording to an SD card, you can also view the playback right from there. We can also mute the sound coming from the camera. We can record, and we can also talk through it. You can take a picture, and under more, we have a couple of things such as motion tracking, where it can follow something. We'll take a look at that in a second. We got pan scan, where it can follow a certain path. Motion tagging, which is if something moves, it will put a box around it, so it helps pull it out from the foreground a little bit better. We also have albums, so you can view your stuff, and we can also do a time lapse, which is kind of cool. That's why there's a tripod mount. Under settings, we can do some motion detection settings. My favorite is smoke alarm and CO alarm. It will let you know if those alarms are going off in your house. You can also schedule it. And under advanced settings, we can edit things like night vision mode, and also how fast the camera moves when you pan it. Because this camera can move, it does have motion tracking, and it can follow a moving object. For the most part, it doesn't work the best, but it does scan around every so often to try and find something, and when it does find something, it does follow it where it should. It doesn't always do the best job at it, but once it does find something and it locks onto it, it does work pretty good. As you can see, I'm going to walk around, and it can move up and down. It's not something all cameras can do, so that's also a really nice feature about this. The video quality is surprisingly good. It records in 1080p, only at 15 frames per second though, but you can make out all the details, and you can zoom in as well and not lose a ton of quality, which is also pretty nice as well. On top of that, the lens is super wide, which pretty much eliminates the need for you to be able to pan and tilt the camera, because you can see the whole room in one shot. And like I said earlier, you can do continuous recording on the local SD card, or you can upload all the motion events to the cloud for free. Another thing that I really like about this camera is that there's really little lag. It's almost real time, and that's especially useful for when you're doing something like live viewing of your house, like a monitor. A little lag is going to be really great in this. So there you go. I am a really big fan of this camera. I don't know how they make it for $30, and their other one's only $20, but this has a ton of features that a lot of cameras don't even have at a much higher price. One downside for me is that it does not work with NAS devices if you're going to be doing some sort of surveillance station. Right now you can't do that, so that's unfortunate, because I do have a surveillance station set up, and I wish I could use it for this because it's really cheap and I get a ton of them. But that's one minor downside. Not everybody's going to be using it for that. But overall, this is a really awesome camera. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link to it down below in the description. If you have any questions, let me know. And if you like this video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you for watching as always. This is Mark, and I'll see you in the next one.